What if I told you that an unknown AI company from China just built something that rivals OpenAI's GPT-4, and they did it for the cost of one Google cafeteria lunch budget? Sounds impossible, right? But it just happened. In a move that has left Silicon Valley rattled, a company called DeepSeek just unveiled their latest model, Janus Pro, a multimodal AI system that not only challenges GPT-4 and DALL-E 3, but supposedly does it at less than 1% the cost. And if that doesn't already sound like a sci-fi script, the fallout is very real. Nvidia stock took a $600 billion nosedive in a single day. Tech insiders scrambling to verify the numbers. The US government watching with concern. This isn't just another cool new model. It's a turning point. A moment that could redefine the power structure of the AI world. So what exactly is Janus Pro? How did DeepSeek pull this off with just $5.6 million? And most importantly, what does this mean for all of us? Because make no mistake, if a company can now build a GPT-4 rival for pocket change, the AI arms race just went nuclear. Stick around, because what you're about to hear will change how you think about the future of AI forever. Section 2, The Disruption. Janus Pro isn't just better, it's different. Let's start with the basics. Janus Pro is a family of open-source, multimodal AI models. That means it can generate and analyze both text and images, just like GPT-4 with vision capabilities. But here's where things get spicy. DeepSeek claims Janus Pro outperforms major competitors like OpenAI's DALL-E 3, PixArt Alpha, and EMU3 Gen on leading AI benchmarks. The model reportedly beat them on GenEval and DPG Bench, two serious testing grounds for AI performance in vision and multimodal tasks. Now, we've heard big claims before. But this time, there's actual community testing showing Janus Pro doing things like interpreting complex images with surprising accuracy, generating visuals that are prompt faithful, matching top-tier models in multimodal understanding. Sure, it might not always create the most polished artwork compared to SDXL, but Janus Pro nails meaning and context in a way that few open models can. Think about that. This isn't some toy. It's a legit AI contender that you can download right now on Hugging Face and start experimenting with. And unlike GPT-4 or DALL-E 3, Janus Pro isn't hidden behind a paywall. It's open source. Fully. This is the kind of shift that rattles billion-dollar companies. Because now, the moat is gone. And that leads us to the next question. How did DeepSeek manage this miracle for less than the cost of your average Silicon Valley rent? Section 3, Cost versus Power, the $5.6 million punch to the billion-dollar bubble. Now we enter the twilight zone of AI economics. DeepSeek's R1 model, a GPT-4 class language model, reportedly cost just $5.6 million to train. Let that number sink in. Compare that to GPT-4, which is rumored to have required over $100 million in compute alone. Google, Meta, Amazon, and Microsoft? They're burning billions on chips, data centers, and AI infrastructure. And yet, here comes a startup from Hangzhou, China, doing it better, faster, cheaper. How? They used Nvidia H800 chips, technically weaker than the ones banned from export to China. They relied heavily on open-source tools from Meta and Alibaba. They applied new training techniques that dramatically cut compute cost by focusing only on relevant data slices. Basically, they optimized everything. Where Silicon Valley scales with brute force and billion-dollar GPU farms, DeepSeek used surgical precision. It's like showing up to a heavyweight boxing match with a katana, and slicing through the competition. And now, the narrative that you have to spend billions to build world-class AI? It's under fire. Investors are spooked. Governments are watching. OpenAI is responding. The game has changed. Section 4, Political Tension, when open source meets national security. Let's talk geopolitics. DeepSeek isn't based in San Francisco. They're based in Hangzhou, China. And that matters more than you think. Just days after Janus Pro launched, it topped the US App Store's charts for AI chat assistants. It overtook ChatGPT. It crashed under pressure from the demand. Then came the hacking attempts. Sound like a thriller? It practically is. In a time when the US government is blocking exports of advanced Nvidia chips to slow down China's AI race, DeepSeek is out here saying, "We're good. We used the leftovers." Leftovers. And yet they managed to build something that rivals America's best. It's a gut punch to the narrative that export controls are working. Now layer on the national security fears. People are asking, is DeepSeek backed by the Chinese government? Can this tech be trusted with user data? Will it censor topics related to China? Spoiler alert, multiple reports say DeepSeek's chatbot won't answer questions about President Xi Jinping or Chinese politics. That's a little unsettling. So while the tech is powerful and open source, it comes wrapped in a fog of unknowns. And that's triggering more than just tech enthusiasts. Even former President Trump weighed in, saying this is a wake-up call for American innovation. And he's not wrong. Section 5, Market Meltdown, the $600 billion shockwave. Just days after DeepSeek dropped Janus Pro like a thunderclap, the ripple effects hit Wall Street like a sledgehammer. Nvidia, the titan of AI chips, reportedly lost $600 billion in market value in a single day. Let that sink in. That's more than the GDP of Sweden, gone. Why? Because if a scrappy startup can train a GPT-4 class model using second-tier chips and spend just $5.6 million doing it, what happens to Nvidia's billion-dollar GPU empire? Suddenly, the AI game isn't about owning the most expensive hardware, it's about doing more with less. And the real shock wasn't just the loss, it was the realization that the power structure of AI might be shifting east, faster than anyone expected. Investors panicked. Analysts scrambled. And in boardrooms across Silicon Valley, the unthinkable became undeniable. Section 6, Reactions, OpenAI, Meta, and the billion-dollar wake-up call. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman responded quickly. He praised DeepSeek's results, but not without throwing down the gauntlet. We're going to build even better models, and yes, we'll spend even more to do it. Translation? The billion-dollar strategy isn't going anywhere. If anything, the giants are doubling down. Meta, meanwhile, is quietly fuming. After all, their own open-source model Llama may have helped DeepSeek accelerate development. And now? That open ecosystem just empowered a rival that's making headlines. Even insiders at Meta have started questioning. How did we get outpaced by a startup? Are we too big to innovate fast? Microsoft, Amazon, Google, all are investing hundreds of billions into AI infrastructure. In 2025 alone, the top 5 tech giants are set to spend $310 billion on cloud and AI. But if DeepSeek just did it for $5.6 million, what are we really paying for? The pressure is on. And it's mounting fast. Section 7, The Future, is DeepSeek a one-hit wonder or a new superpower? Now here's where it gets tricky. Skeptics say DeepSeek's $5.6 million figure only accounts for the final training pass, not the full pipeline of data collection, pre-processing, and R&D. So what if the real number is $20 million? $50 million? Still, that's pocket change compared to GPT-4. More importantly, DeepSeek's Janus Pro and R1 models are open source. That means the entire global AI community can now fine-tune it, scale it, add new capabilities, localize it for every market. It's a force multiplier. Suddenly, you don't need to be OpenAI or Google to innovate. You just need to be plugged into the right repo. And that might be the real threat, not just that DeepSeek is good, but that it makes everyone else better too. Open source isn't just a product. It's a revolution. So, is DeepSeek here to stay? We don't know yet. But the genie is out of the bottle. And it's not going back in. Section 8. Final thoughts. The AI power shift has already begun. Let's recap. A little-known Chinese AI company builds a GPT-4 rival. They do it with second-tier chips. They spend a fraction of what big tech does. Their app goes viral in the US. Wall Street panics. The open-source community lights up. Governments start paying attention. All of this, in under 2 weeks. This isn't a fluke. This is a tectonic shift. Whether DeepSeek becomes the next AI giant or not, one thing is certain, they've changed the conversation. Possibly forever. If innovation no longer requires $500 million and a warehouse full of GPUs, who else is out there, waiting in the shadows, ready to shock the world? We'll be watching. Until next time, stay curious, stay critical, and remember, the AI revolution isn't coming. It's already here.